Heads. 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 Bet. Heads I win. Again. Heads. 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 Whoops. It must be indicative of something besides the redistribution of wealth. Heads.
A weaker man might be moved to re-examine his faith. If in nothing else, at least in the law of probability.
Heads.
Consider. 1. Probability is a factor which operates within natural forces. 2. Probability is not operating as a factor. 3. We are now held within sub, or supernatural forces. Discuss.
What? Look at it this way. If six monkeys... The law of averages, if I've got this right, means that if 6 monkeys were thrown up in the air long enough, they would land on their tails about as often as they would land on their...
Heads. Getting a bit of a bore, isn't it?
A bore?
Well...
What about the suspense?
What suspense?
It must be the law of diminishing returns. I feel the spell about to be broken. an even chance.
78 in a row. A new record, I imagine.
Is that what you imagine? A new record?
Well,
No questions, not a flicker of doubt.
I could be wrong.
No fear?
Fear?
Fear.
79.
I think I have it. Time has stopped dead. The single experience of one coin being spun once has been repeated 156 times. On the whole, doubtful. Or a spectacular vindication of the principle that each individual coin spun individually is as likely to come down heads as tails, and therefore should cause no surprise each individual time it does.
Heads.
I've never known anything like it.
He's never known anything like it. But he has never known anything to write home about, therefore it is nothing to write home about. What's the first thing you remember?
Well, let's see. First thing that comes into my head, you mean?
No. The first thing you remember.
Ah. No. It's no good. It's gone. It's a long time ago.
You don't get my meaning. What's the first thing after all the things you've forgotten?
Oh, I see. I've forgotten the question.
Are you happy?
What?
Content. At ease.
I suppose so.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Look,
What about it?
well,
We have been spinning coins together since, I don't know when. And in all that time, if it is all that time, 157 coins spun consecutively have come down heads 157 consecutive times, and all you can do is play with your food.